Hello golfers, and welcome to the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me and watching. Today, why low and slow is killing your golf game. And this is something I hear from people who come take lessons from me. I gotta slow my backswing, I gotta slow down, slow. But low and slow is killing your golf swing. And the reason why is because the club does not swing low and slow on the backswing. We're talking about going on the backswing here. I see so many people when they take the club back, they're like low and slow. So what they do is that club starts to go low and slow, and all of a sudden look at where the club head is. The club head is way to the inside of my hands, way off the swing plane, and now they're trapped. So they just keep going either back in here, back behind them, or they start to they run out of room and then start to lift. And so that's where low and slow gets you into a lot of trouble. So we'll see what happens. But that is not what we want to do. Low and slow is not how the golf swing works, and this is what we want to do to kind of correct that. So we got to remember, we're playing on a tilted plane. We're playing from the side of the ball, side on. So when we swing back, if we go low and slow, this club never elevates enough. Okay, the club head never elevates enough. So low and slow, I hear people, drag the club back, but all it does is it gets the club to suck inside too far. So what I like to do, and what you should be doing, is that as the club goes back, you can see the club head is elevating outside my hands. So now that's the way the club head should go back. It should not go low and slow around your body. So that is killing your golf game. So this is another terminology I like to use, is that, remember, we're working on an arc for the hands and an arc for the club head. So as we go back, the hands are working on an arc, but the club head is also working on an arc around our body. So you can see how that club goes up around us. I get a lot of people asking me, well, how come my left arm gets so low around my chest and I can't get the club up in the air? Well, this is something that really plagues a lot of people. So if you as I tilt my left shoulder down, as my hands go in, as the club head goes up, now you have elevation to the club. So you know that club and the left arm has to orbit around your body. So as that club goes up, now we're going to be in a much better position to strike the golf ball from. So this is something that's really, really important for you guys out there, ladies and gentlemen watching right now. Is something that you need to understand and really embrace this and get rid of that low and slow mantra. Now you can do a slow backswing, but you got to make sure that club is traveling in the right direction, though, not in and around you. So like, for instance, if you're hitting a chip shot, you would want to go a little slower, but again, the club does not go inside behind your hands, behind my body. Okay, so I see so many people that leads to an over-the-top motion as well. So there's a lot of errors just in the first couple feet of your backswing. So if you understand that, that's super important. So when you go back, the club is going to elevate off the ground. It does not go low and back, because remember, at the same time you're doing this, you're tilting and extending your body as well. So that club is going up, and it gets into a really good position with the left arm across the shoulders. So that's it right there. Then from there you can swing back through pretty easily, because now you got some freedom. So you've tilted and extended your body, you've turned it back, and then you can come back through really simply. So that's very, very, very important. What also low and slow does to you is it gets you to open the club face too soon. So low and slow, and all of a sudden now the club face is open. So what do most people do is they come over the top, try to close the club face, or they get stuck back behind them, and then they try to shut the club face. So that's when a lot of issues come back to haunt you on that low and slow. So, and if you can see when I go back, is that club face is staying in line. The club face does not all of a sudden open and look to the sky. The club face is pretty much looking back to the ball and not open to the sky and behind me. So that's something that also that low and slow really messes you up on. So again, I hear this a lot, you know, people giving tips to each other. Oh, swing slower, swing slower. First of all, if you want to hit the ball shorter, swing slower. If you want to hit the ball worse, swing slower, especially low and slow on the backswing. So I'm going to just kind of chip a couple shots out here, and I'm going to get that feeling of how I'm going to swing that club and how it elevates. So you can see how the club elevates up. So much different look than when that club goes in and then up and over. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a couple shots here. And that was solid. So, you know, we can work on that a lot. And knowing that first couple feet of your backswing, going back, and that's something that if you look at all the best players in the world, they're pretty much in that zone. You know, maybe a little bit to the inside, a little bit straighter back, but somewhere in this zone, but they're never taking the club back and that club face opening and looking to the sky. This is, you know, never that low and slow. Also what it does is it turns your shoulders to level, keeps your hips to level, okay? And then you have basically then you're just forcing the club back down at the ball. So when I go, what this also does, when I understand how this club elevates, okay, what it does, if you look at my shoulders now my shoulders are tilted, my hips are tilted, my knees are changing flex. So it's doing everything I want it to do without me thinking about, you know, trying to do all those things. So it's very important. That's why low and slow really messes you up. You know, shoulders too level, hips too level, knees too level. So you're not creating the correct angles. So I want to hit another one for you. This is going to be super important for you. So we're going to go again, rehearse that. Hands in, club head out, and up, not in. So I do that a couple times. I really like to focus on that. And you know, it's okay, but straight, but not going to get me in too much trouble. I'm not hitting way behind the ball. I'm not topping it. You know, so it's good. So let's go down the line here. I'm going to look at the down the line version. So that way you can kind of see this here. So again, if I was told to go low and slow around my body, you'll see the difference. So low and slow around my body would look like this. So shoulders too level, hips too level, knees not changing flex enough. So now as I go back, you can see the elevation of the club. You can see the tilting of my shoulders, my hips, my knees. Everything is where we want it. So I'm going to go ahead. I love doing this little practice routine. You can see how that club head, hands in, club head stays out a little bit more. Again, they're both working in on an arc though. So you can see I'm not going straight back. That's not what we're looking for at all. So I'm not going straight back. You can see how that club head arcs because my hands are working on an arc and my club head's working on an arc. So there's definitely no straight back either. It's just understanding how that first I would say 2, 3, 4 feet of the backswing works. And I like that, very solid. So it's something that you could definitely get in front of a mirror and check where your hands and club are going, that your hands aren't moving and turning under and the club isn't getting behind you. You're not rolling your hands. So you're definitely elevating the club. My club head's elevating, it's not going low. So let's get rid of that myth. No low and slow. No low and slow. I like it. I like it. So something that you could really work on. It can help your game, help you improve. Again, my name's Jess Frank. I love teaching this game. Been doing it for a long time. Love helping you guys out there improve. I love hearing the stories about how you're shooting lower scores, hitting the ball better, having more fun on the course. So again, if you really enjoyed this video, even if you know somebody that you've heard this, you low and slow, no low and slow. So let's send that video to somebody. So again, please, if you really like this video, please subscribe. please turn on your notifications. It only helps me bring you more content every week. I like to post weekly videos to help you play your best. Please hit that like button. Please leave a comment so I know what else I can help you with and what else you can work on. So again, my name is Jess Frank at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club in Deerfield Beach, Florida. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.